Hey, all happy Friday. This is going to be a fantastic blind, Trenton. I'm thinking anyways. Kent was visiting my mom right next door here. She lives here on the premises now. And, you know, I got this little idea. Why don't he come over and procure the blind for us? He's never done it before. Let's hope he kind of, let's hope he doesn't pull a Carlos on us or something crazy, but you never know. It took him a while down here.
Yeah, it did.
Well, part of that is with your demolition going on and rehab and everything, where his shelves are not meant for slightly thicker people. I had a hard time getting between shelves to grab bottles.
It's rough. It's not fun down here right now. So I'm glad Rebecca's not here right now because she'd be putting her 2 cents in about the whole thing. So
what on earth?
What do you see? We can't even get the video started and he's already smelling stuff already. He just can't help himself. He can't. Yeah, there you go.
One of these is peated, man.
How do you know? Are you sure?
Hey, I'll tell you this. All of them have the same theme.
Same theme. Wonderful.
I didn't say the same spirit.
Between you and your mother, you like a good theme.
I like it. I do like a good theme, but
you always try to figure it out too. I'm sure he'll be trying to figure out Ken's theme within the first two glasses. Let's get started, man. Let's get started. It's gonna be good.
Trenton's talk, if he backs up his talk, he should be able to figure it out.
Oh, put me on the spot here. Dang.
That's why I don't talk.
Okay.
Trying to look at it. You're trying to look at it with the black glasses, aren't you?
No, I can't. I can't tell like how much is in here. So okay.
1 ounce each.
Okay.
He used the jigger. He told me.
What are you pulling, man?
Ooh.
These black glasses mess me up big time. If you wanna mess up somebody's blind, I'll put a link in the description. Grab one of them.
So you're trying to go ahead. I apologize.
I didn't realize how much I use color as like a visual cue just to get like kind of ground myself to figure out what kind of direction we might be going in. And granted, it's not like a foolproof way. You know, like whiskey's brown.
I get it.
But
no, I get it. When something's darker, you're thinking it's going to be richer. You're thinking you got things in your head already. Are you trying to tell me that pretty soon we won't be using these black glasses? Is that what you're trying to say?
No. I like them.
Okay. All right.
It reminds me of this like cinnamon sugared twist donut from Henzies.
There's a little bit of fruit dough in there too, though. There's some lighter fruits in there as well.
This is finished of some sort.
Huh?
It's probably the theme. It's probably
See, one smell and he's already trying to figure out the theme. I told you.
Well, there's only like n number of things that you could like. It's either the same proof. It's a Scotch versus what this isn't a Scotch. There's no way. So it's either like the exact proof or like something. Smells good though.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
Why does it taste like marine life?
You got it there, dude.
I didn't put the crab stuff in there.
You didn't put that in there?
Do you get this like marine like?
Hey, I like
oceany.
I like pardon me. I like all that stuff. So maybe that's why I like the sip.
No, I love it. We're going for crab legs tomorrow. I'm excited.
I like seafood all the way down to oysters, man. So, yeah, maybe that's why I liked it.
This is weird. Like this is bizarre. You get your ideas from Carlos?
Definitely.
No ideas from Carlos. This one in particular, I'll bet you neither one of you have touched in a very long time.
Yeah,
That would be my guess.
I don't remember it.
So I've had it.
At some point.
I feel like there's a good reason I haven't pulled this in a while.
All the flavors are on the mid-range. Trenton is not deep, dark, rich. It's none of that.
It's light.
But it's lighter, but it's very fruity and nice. I like it. A little bit biscuity.
Okay, hold
on. Excuse me. Good grief.
I think these are the
I
same.
didn't even eat dinner before we did this.
Ooh, now I like a nice Popeyes biscuit for some reason. You said biscuity. Love a good salty biscuit from Popeyes. This is weird. Are you getting any kind of C.
I can't. No. No. Hey, if that's you, that's
stuffed
you.
up anymore, but you got
Yeah.
a little lingering.
Yeah,
stuff going
right.
on there.
Maybe. That's a hard one to judge. Score.
I don't dislike it, but I'm not. It's not like I'm not enamored with it.
Okay.
Quite.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing blowing me away there, but I think it's
Yeah.
solid. I think it's pretty nice. It's a nice sipper.
Does it remind you of an old friend?
No, didn't remind me of an old friend. You know.
This is a very, very nice brown sugary kind of a vibe.
Definitely.
Wow. That's really nice. I don't get much else, but it's really nice and rich. It's nice and
Just
rich.
straight
sugary.
up sweet brown sugar. Hint of toffee. Yeah.
So no, I'm not gonna ask that. Are all these ones that we've had?
Yes.
Okay.
I will tell you, Ken, he will keep asking questions until you refuse to answer.
Well, some of them I won't answer. Though.
Ooh. This is more like earthy, tobacco-y.
There is quite a bit in there, but right in the front of the
nice.
palate, though, Trent and I do get that very sweet brown sugar. Mid to the back, though, it turns just a tiny bit earthy with a little tobacco note, possible leather note.
I like it though.
I do too. I like that one quite a bit. Second sip was even better than the first sip. That earthiness dialed down just a touch on the second sip for me. That front of the palate really shined through.
It's weird because it like I feel like it comes off a little bit proofier than it actually is. Makes me think it's like a high rye or like some kind of maybe like a non-traditional like 75-21-4, like a super high corn.
Okay.
Something a little bit more like rye-y or something.
I get you.
It's good though. I like it more than A.
I can agree with that. Sure. I can too. I left my phone in my pocket and it's just
Is that what I'm hearing?
yeah.
You popular fella.
Here, Ken. Throw this on the
Ooh,
counter.
what is that?
It's bothering me. Losing my train of thought.
That's wild.
It's a wow ride. Let's see.
Yeah.
All right. Wow, that is.
This is like straight up maraschino cherries.
No, this is like
Like a fruit cocktail,
okay.
like a canned fruit cocktail or something.
yeah. I didn't mean to tell you wrong because you are right, but my first impression was malted rye. Something like malted.
Really? You say that, and I'm like, yeah. It's a little different.
It smells like something I've been drinking quite a bit lately. I could be wrong.
It's something you've had recently? Interesting.
Tastes a little bit like that walleye rye. That malted rye. Think? No?
Not quite. It's a malted rye for sure. It's like it's giving me like
Maybe it's the ASW. There's a couple in there. The malted. I've been getting into the malted ryes, as you might have seen in our video what we're drinking this fall. I did bring out the wall. What is it called, Trenton?
Walleye Run from New
Walleye
Holland.
Run.
Yeah.
My apologies. Walleye Run. Yeah, it's a 100% malted rye. I've been kind of into that a little bit in the fall season here. Malted ryes, delicious. This is what I'm gathering here, and watch at the end. I'll be completely wrong, but
It's giving me New Riff Balboa vibes. It's like vaguely like malty and tropical. Like I'm getting a little bit of like this coconut, pineapple-y type of a Malibu rum-esque
that's an excellent.
kind of a thing.
A little bit of that lemon. If you might have just played with my mind, because once you said Balboa rye, I'm getting a hint of lemon, which I always got with the Balboa rye. That's delicious, though.
I do. It's a little
love
lemon
it.
zesty because it's got this like really unique. I love it. It's got this really unique
Yes.
thing that
Yes.
I've only had something
Yeah,
that
that's
is
a good
vaguely
guess.
like this.
That's an
couple
excellent
times.
guess. Yeah.
But it's not like a malted. finish, I don't think. I think it's just like a malted rye.
A malted grain of some sort. Yeah, I agree with you there. Yeah, I think you're spot on.
I like that a lot.
All right.
Okay. I just got off this really beautiful malted rye or whatever this is, and I got to go to a peated scotch.
Are you sure?
Smell it.
Is this where it's at?
Smell
okay. I haven't yet. Oh, delightful! It is. It's like it's. He's gonna think I'm just completely nuts for that first whiff. I've got ashy butterscotch. Most definitely.
It's like your granny dropped a butterscotch candy, a hard one in the ashtray, and it's nasty.
This is wonderful. It really is.
I'm mad. I'm mad and sad though because I do
There's
get a
little fruit
little
in there.
bit of a sweetness.
There's some sweetness in
This
there.
in for a reason, Trenton, and it wasn't to screw with you either.
There's some fruit note in there. There's some sweetness in there. I'm away from the butterscotch a little bit on first, but I'm dialing in on that fruit note. It's beautiful.
This is like if Woodford Double Oak was a
red
peated
apple.
scotch.
Yeah.
I get like some pancakey breakfast, like breakfasty
For the
type
sweetness,
of,
like a
maybe
syrup
I'm just
type
hungry.
thing?
Yeah, maybe I'm just hungry.
Maybe. Man, I'm looking forward to this because this smells just delightful.
It tastes like the dentist. It really does, like tooth dust.
I can't even swallow. I can't even figure out what I'm trying to taste here. Dentist and tooth dust.
Dude, it is.
This is a first.
I can't. I've had way too many root canals and have seen smoke come out of my teeth, and I didn't realize that was a thing.
Listen, there's. I will say that there's not a whole lot that I am literally. I don't have phobias of anything. Well, I take that back.
I have two.
What's yours?
One of them's the dentist.
That's me. I will legitimately break out in a cold sweat, and Kenton knows for sure. I mean, I could be working in 80 degrees and not sweat. I don't know what it is with me about that. But when I hit that dentist chair, and if they have any real work to do on me, I am freaking out. I'm like, it's not good.
I think we were traumatized by Dr. Korn and Dr. Bean.
Yeah.
That was the two.
Yes,
That we
that
had
was our
growing
two
up.
kids' dentists, Dr.
And I'm
Korn
telling you, they
and
beat the
Bean.
heck out of you while you're in there.
Yeah, of all things.
Dentist and vegetables.
No, spiders freak me out, man.
Really?
I'm not-
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I
they
forgot
give me
about
the
that.
creeps, man.
I never thought, Ken, that I
I'm
had.
not like running from them or whatever. But
Yeah.
I do not like spiders.
I never thought I had any claustrophobia issues at all until I had to have one of those. Was it
MRI.
things where
Yeah.
you had to go in the tunnel, and
That's
and
not fun.
then the lady said, "Hey, if you have a problem, just hit that button." I said, "No big deal. I had no problem at all." She said, "It'll take about 15 minutes." I was almost actually snoozing just a touch, but I kind of came to it about 12 minutes or so, and literally I was almost hyperventilating. I don't know what happened.
When
It
was
just
this?
everything was closing years ago.
Okay.
Everything was closing in on me, and I had a thing here, and then thank God the thing was done. And she goes, "I saw you. You almost hit the button." I said, "I did. I was shocked. I didn't know." But
I've had one of those once. Have you ever seen those things without the covers on it? Those things spin like 300 miles an hour. It's wild. It's nuts.
yeah, I was in one of those.
I wasn't too thrilled with it
Wasn't
either because
pleasant.
I like move all the time, and I had to like sit like really still like this.
Oh, that's when I had that thing cut out of my head, Kent. That's when I went in there.
yeah.
That's when I had that thing.
Well, okay. Back to the task at hand. I can't for the life of me understand how a peated scotch plays into any of these other things. So your theme is good because I don't know what the theme is. How much preparation did you do was required for this?
Oh, it was. He texted me about 5 minutes before I walked up here. He
Yeah.
asked me to do the blind.
Yeah, he had maybe 15 minutes, honestly. But I love that. It's coming through. It's peaty, and I get it. And I get that we're not alike in our palates as far as peated whiskeys are concerned. But boy, to me, it is peated, but it's not heavily. It's not
I'll give you
ashy,
that.
smoky, campfire. None of those notes, really. I would call it smoke that's about it. But there is so much more going on with that, with the fruit note and the sweetness and a little bit of the syrup stuff you're talking about. I loved it.
For some of the peated scotches that I've had, like I think the Blackadder, is that peated or is that just unfiltered?
Well,
No, it says it's heavily peated.
Blackadder is an independent bottler, so they could be, but the one I have is peated.
Okay.
Yes.
That one I really did enjoy, surprisingly. But for like this one, I cannot get past this like plasticky chemical.
You say that quite a bit.
I don't know what it is. I just can't, like, I can pick up some niceties in it, but they're just like overwhelming.
Yeah,
and honestly, Trent, I didn't expect you to like this one, but I thought it'd be a good hint what the theme was by throwing that in the mix.
So you're right. So they're all finished.
Do they finish peated? They don't finish peated scotches, do they?
I'm gonna see why not.
Huh.
Let's just move on.
This is my last place.
Yeah. You get out of here, bro.
I can't
There
like
is
something that
no
tastes like plastic.
Flipping way. All right. Well, then push out A next. I know that's where you're going.
I don't have any paper.
I'm good, Kent. Yeah. I mean, I can't. I really liked that whiskey, but A's my last place for sure. And
That's the two I assume you guys would put out first each.
did you? All right. Well, now it's hard because I got a score of 1 to 5. I got a 4 for 1, 4 plus, and a 4.5. My 4.5 is this one so far, but I could go back and change.
Oh, you're serious?
I could go back and change. You know, I mean, I know. I love that one. I don't know.
How is that a 4.5?
Some awesome tooth dust right there.
It's awful.
Oh my God, would you stop, man? No wonder why I can't.
If you want to drink the experience of a root canal, get whatever D is.
Totally not true. Totally.
I have not had that one, but I would assume I would enjoy that one. It seemed like it'd be really good.
B is really nice too.
It's fruity. Now I'm getting, I like it. I'm getting a little bit more flavors now, second time through.
And they've been in the glass a little longer too. You guys came down right after I poured it.
Mm-hmm.
So.
This has to be some kind of like a malted kind of a thing.
All right,
Because C is definitely malted. B is a little bit strange, so it wouldn't surprise me if something is like a higher malted barley content in it.
that sip, Trenton, on B changed my mind a little bit because I really like C a lot. But that last sip on B pushed B above C. B was 4 for me. C was 4 plus. But I think I'm going to push out C next. All very good, though. To me, out of this whole flight, this was kind of tailing back quite a bit. These 3 are going to be extremely difficult for me to place because they're all very good for me.
If D wasn't peated, I think it would be 3rd for me.
Fair. I get that. No, there's nothing wrong with that. That's just not your palate. I get it. I don't have a problem with that.
B is just giving me like these.
B is so good.
Like a Fruit Loops or like a Fruity Pebbles, just like a whole cluster of. Mm-hmm. It's kind of artificially fruity, but in a way that I really do enjoy.
Boy, yeah, no kidding. I feel bad about pushing out C because it's so good.
That hurts my feelings. Yeah, I'm sorry. B is my second and C is my first. There's no way that C is not going in first for me. It's vaguely lemon pledgy, but in a good way.
All right, well, I'm going to do something I've never done before, ever. Because I've tasted through them one more time, and just because these are just so good and they're so hard for me to figure out, I'm going to change. I've never done it.
Really? Wow. No, you haven't, have you?
I know, I've never done it. So I am going to go ahead and I'm going to put D in 3rd place. I'm going to pull back this one because it is just that good. These two, in my opinion, deserve to be 1 and 2. Now I just got to figure out which one I want to be 1 and 2. So my apologies for that, but on my last taste there of the peated whiskey, whatever it is, it's still fantastic, but it doesn't deserve to beat either one of these two. So
I get like a very small amount of vanilla in C. Whatever B and C are, they're just fantastic. I would highly recommend both of them.
yeah, no doubt about it. So I'm going to stick with this. These two are remarkably good. I'm going to put that in second, Trenton.
What?
And I'm going to put B in first.
We flip flopped on.
I know we're all over the place because that's and you know why? Because Kent did it.
That's true.
Why, honestly, because he kind of knows what he's looking at and what he's picking, and he can be pretty crafty.
He can
for sure. Well, we didn't agree on the last one, Kent, but go ahead and bring out the peated Scotch or peated whiskey, whatever it is.
Is this Lefroy Cargus?
That was my third. Yeah, that was Lefroy 10 years. So that's the sherry oak finish. It's not a Carchus. There's a Carchus right over there that my friend Mary gave me that is fantastic. Really? I promise you, if you'd have put that one in there, it would have probably been first. There's a lot of sherry influence on that one too, the Carchus. But this is the 10-year sherry oak. So that's why I was getting a little bit of fruit note in there too. It's really good. Really, really good. So I guess then next, Kent, whatever A was. Whatever A.
Okay.
We'll just go with Trenton's list here. That's fine.
A is coming out next?
Yeah, that's your next, right? That's your third?
Oh, it is sherry.
Everything's going to be sherry, so there's your
So
theme.
C has to be New Riff malt sherry.
Sherry.
It has to be.
Anyways, Trenton, take it away. This is your list. Starlight.
I haven't had much experience with Starlight. I think they have a winery also. Where is this at? Somewhere in Indiana.
Yeah, and it paled in comparison just because for me personally, I don't know what Kent's going to bring out, but my God, those last three my top three were just so good.
I think Starlight. I've got a few of them, and I think they're solid for what they are. They're a little younger. They're a little on the crafty side a little bit, but they're solid for what they do.
Yep,
They have
perfect.
They have a lot of finishes. Like I have a blueberry VDN. I don't know what a VDN is, but they do a lot of stuff. I think in their own casks that they do for wine, which is cool.
Yeah,
I think they do. I think for me, Starlight is kind of like a jack of all trades. They do a lot of different finishes, but there's not one that I would say that they do like really, really well.
Yeah. All right.
But that's just my experience with it.
So what's your second one place then?
My second place is B.
You're going with your list today. That's my first place. But
B.
That's Trent's second and my first.
I can't look.
Oh, Lord have mercy. What just happened here to Trenton? Buddy, I'll give you a hug after the show, man. I will.
B?
You know what's funny is you were saying C was malted right after you were tasting the malted.
Crazy.
I think you got a little tail over there.
And that's why I like this. I mean, I promise you all, I didn't pick this as malted, but I've been drinking a lot of malted rye in the fall here, and I was digging this one big time. I'm sorry, bro.
Great bottle.
Now I'm just flat out curious of what your number one's going to be. This was my one.
If the one coming out isn't Sag Sherry, I'll quit the show. I will quit the show. Oh, thank God. I bet a lot of people were like, please let it be wrong.
So now, both of these guys are just absolutely fantastic. It doesn't surprise me one bit that I chose the malted over the Sag sherry finish, because the Sagamore is not malted.
Those two, I would see you guys pick those exactly the way you picked them.
Yes. Kent's 100% right, because I'm more of a malted grain fan than you are. Although you do love this one, but you absolutely love this one.
But it's
right.
It's weird.
Kent he dotted you in the eye today, bro.
No, but
because that's a tough one for you.
I still
for you.
I
That's
think
tough.
A couple of your favorites.
Yeah, exactly.
Still
get
I'm still gonna stay, even though it's a sherry finish, and I've never gotten this on this bottle. I have a ton of them in my basement.
Wow.
I still get a citrus lemon zest note on it.
Yeah.
I would have never guessed in a million years that this was sherry. I would have put money behind the fact that it was the Balboa. It was that like unique and different. I will say I haven't been grabbing this as much at home anymore, but I've had enough of it where I'm kind of disappointed that
you
I
were all
didn't
over
get
it for
to
quite a while.
pick it.
There.
Yeah,
So I can see why you moved on to other things.
Interesting.
Amazing. That was kind of an amazing. That was a pretty fun blind.
It's honestly not like too often that I'll get humbled in a blind, because usually I'm just like, whatever. This was tough.
You shouldn't have been humbled though. This is like for you personally, just because I know your tastes and everything you've said about these whiskeys. This is like number one and number two going at each other, and when that happens, one could be one week and back and forth. It just can go back and forth.
Yeah, Trenton,
This is a complete
Trenton's
mind
lineup, I
teaser for
expected
him.
to be this.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I expected.
It's a mind teaser for him, for sure. For sure.
I wouldn't have expected my lineup to be any different. If I knew going into this, I would have put this exactly the way it is. I'm just disappointed that I didn't get
You didn't figure it out.
I thought you would
sherry at all
I thought
on
you
any of
would
these.
have a pretty close guess on both.
Well, I was getting a lot of fruit all the way up and down the line. Why? I mean, I guess I don't play that game though. I don't dip my toe into
And
guessing.
putting the scotch at the end, I thought with the fruit notes and stuff, and that with the sherry finish, that you'd go, oh, it's a finish, and then
Yeah.
that's this bottle. That's,
I think I'm still a little sick.
That's all right, man. You did good. There's nothing to be embarrassed about here whatsoever, man. This is fantastic.
This was a fun, but better than
love
Carlos's blind.
I wish
Yeah,
you still
Carl.
had bottles back in this room, because I'd have grabbed something else to bring up.
That would have been funny. Trip them up big time.
We should have Kent back here to do a blind.
Without a doubt. Without a doubt.
Maybe next Friday.
I don't know. We'll figure it out, but he'll be back.
Yep.
So now that Mom lives here, right next door, so now that she's here, Kent's around several times a week at least. So we'll figure it out. All right, guys. Lots of fun as always down here at the SLB Basement Bourbon Bar. Thanks for joining us. Have a fantastic weekend. As always, we ask you to please drink responsibly. See you next time, right down here with Trent and me in the good old Basement Bourbon Bar. See you later.